back. 55,000 people have paid to find out.
This is the biggest grossing fight that's ever been staged in Britain. I mean, it just breaks any records. I mean, Lennox Lewis, when he won the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship of the world and came back and done a defence, we were lucky to sell 6,000 tickets. I mean, this guy's coming back off a loss and he sold 55,000 tickets.
At the home of Hatton's beloved Manchester City, opponent Juan Lascano tried a PR stunt revealing a United shirt. Ricky just wants to crown a memorable sporting week in Manchester.
Should I win, or when I win on Saturday night, what with United winning the league and the European title, could be one of the biggest weeks in Manchester sport, I would say.
Lascano sat silently, expressionless, but then opened up. He's beaten some top names along the way, but I had an important question for him. You haven't said yet you think you're going to win. Are you going to say that now?
Absolutely, I believe I'm going to win the fight. Not without a hard battle, of course, but I believe I will win come Saturday night.
You want to share the ring with great fighters, great champions, and you know, I think one who's boxed at the highest level for some years now, and I've shown him the ultimate respect, and if they saw how I trained, they'd see that.
Greatness wasn't in my radar, and throughout the course, it just happened. I said, you know what? I can be great.
So, one fighter who's made millions, another with a last shot of glory. This could be Hatton's Manchester swan song.
Well, I don't want to put a number on fights, but I am coming down the home straight of my career, really. I'm still the man to beat at 10 stone, and I need a performance Saturday night to prove it.
Well, how very interesting to hear Ricky Hatton saying here that he is now in the home straight of his career. But I think he's angry. I think he's hurt by what has happened with the criticism after the Mayweather performance. Do you think that gives him a real edge on Saturday here?
Yeah, I think it probably will. Ricky has been a winning fighter throughout his whole life, his whole career. Obviously a loss, and a heavy loss, is going to hurt, so he wants to come back with a win, he wants to come back with a performance. This could well be the last time he boxes in Manchester. It's a huge event, and I think he's going to rise to the occasion and have a tremendous performance.
What about this guy Lascano? He's been so laid back in the build-up, but interesting today, he seemed a lot more bullish to me, and he said, yep, for the first time, I'm going to win this fight, I'm going to shock Hatton.
Yeah, well, usually at press conferences, the trash talking to sell tickets. 55,000 tickets have been sold, so the fighters can be their own people. He is confident. He knows he's the underdog. He has failed at the level that Ricky Hatton has excelled at. He knows he's the underdog, but it's his last chance. He's going to give everything. He's a great style. I think it's going to be a tremendous fight.
Yeah, Lascano saying greatness has not been on my radar so far, but you just sense he's thinking, hey, I'm 33, this is the big chance.
Yeah, well, it's his last chance. It is. He's fought for the world title twice already, but this is even bigger than that. This could make him a superstar. He's going to give it everything. I'm looking forward to a tremendous night.
It's all set to go here. 55,000 fans, and Lou DiBella, who promotes Paulie Malignaggi here on the undercard, is telling me that Ricky Hatton is now the best paid fighter in the world, bar none.
Best paid, Nicky. Best prepared, what did you read into what you saw there?
Well, I think he's certainly very, very well prepared. Physically, you look at him in the face and you can see he's very fit. He's always fit. But I think mentally, for this one, he looks so much better than the last time. Against Mayweather, Mayweather got under his skin. I think Hatton came down to Mayweather's level. He didn't, you know, behave properly running up to the fight, said some things he wouldn't normally say, and possibly that affected his performance. We have to take into account, of course, he was in with the pound-for-pound best boxer in the world in Mayweather, but he started very fast, but he started with such aggression, and I didn't feel there was any real thought about what he was doing. He just threw everything at Mayweather.
But he's putting himself under pressure again, yes, in front of this massive crowd in Manchester.
Well, he didn't choose no easy return, that's for sure. 55,000 people. And he won't be boxing somebody as skillful as Floyd Mayweather, but, you know, there's no doubt he's going to be under pressure.
It's all about learning from these things, though, and learning from what the referee did on that night as well.
Well, Joe Cortez didn't really give him a chance. You know, we can't blame the referee for the result. You look at Mayweather, he's a brilliant fighter. But Cortez didn't allow Hatton to work inside, and eventually Hatton just walked onto too many shots, and he put so much effort in that this sort of thing happens. And when you're up against a great fighter, and you know, you can't say Hatton's finished because he lost to the pound-for-pound best boxer in the world, but we will see Saturday night exactly what he has left.
Well, will Ricky Hatton make those punches count on fight night? You can find out that. Well, more on the man who's standing in Hatton's way. Ricky's often been likened to a Mexican fighter with his aggressive style, but in Juan Lascano, he meets the real thing. Will the hitman have to push the panic button Here's Ed Robinson.
Juan Lazcano, the self-styled Hispanic causing panic, is predicting a chaotic night in Manchester.
I plan on having a wonderful fight with Ricky Hatton. As a man, as a gentleman, we will exchange punches, and I want it. You know, I want this.
The Texans had Ricky Hatton in his sights for over 2 years, since they were originally matched.
I believe I was the first fight that he would have had here in the States. At the time, I hurt my hand after I had fought Ben Taki.
It was just another obstacle he's had to overcome. A father at 16, one was forced to fight for pay early. But despite racking up 37 career wins, the world titles eluded him.
I've been at the cusp, but I haven't quite got over, and I believe that for whatever reason, it wasn't the time for me.
Lazcano is a proud, crowd-pleasing warrior in the Mexican tradition of his heritage.
I can't hide the Mexican part. I mean, yep, I guess it's deeply rooted in the blood, and that's the fighter in us.
Now having teamed up with top trainer Ronnie Shields in Houston, Lazcano believes he's more than ready for the challenge ahead.
I believe this is my timing now, and you know, it's going to be a great fight.
Style-wise, although Lazcano's the taller man, they match up superbly.
Bravery, pride, fire from Lazcano, and Lazcano with a big right hand!
There's a resemblance there, and I have seen it maybe in another live we're related or something. Ricardo Jeton in Spanish.
But if he hopes to emulate Hatton's success, Lazcano must outgun Manchester's honorary Mexican in his hometown.
We're going to take care of business, and the best man will stand on May 24th in Manchester Stadium.
Well, the man who's been putting Lazcano through his paces is himself a former two-weight world champion. He's with Adam Smith.
Well, Team Lazcano is headed up by the legendary trainer Ronnie Shields, who's looked after Mike Tyson in the past, Evander Holyfield, Meldrick Taylor, Pernell Whitaker. The list goes on and on. How good is Juan Lazcano, and can he win on Saturday night?
Well, he's going to win on Saturday night. It's not can he will. And Juan Lazcano is a very, very good veteran. You know, he's a guy, he's been around a long time. You know, he knows the ins and outs of boxing, and he knows his way around that ring very, very well. So we're expecting this to be a great fight, but a victory by Juan Lazcano.
Ronnie, you've been very outspoken about Ricky Hatton, about the drinking in between fights and the fluctuation in weight. Do you think that's all going to catch up with him, and you're going to ruin this homecoming?
We're going to definitely ruin the homecoming, but it has caught up to him. You know, you could see it in our last fight with Mayweather. You could see it happening, you know, in a few fights before, you know, like when he fought Juan Urango. You know, you can see it then. You know, you start getting tired, and Ricky never got tired before, but all of a sudden, you know, things start happening.
Tactically, how do you go about it?
Well, you know, we're going to fight him in the middle of the ring. You know, that's what we're going to meet him at. When that bell ring, you know, there could be 55,000 people, but 2 people in the ring and the referee just making sure everything is going okay.
And this is the man that got Vernon Forrest through to shock Shane Mosley. So anything is possible.
It is. Anything is possible, and it's a wonderful blend of styles between these two, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure we call it a blend. I mean, they're two war horses that you'd like to come and throw punches, and a lot of them at each other, and it's going to be a really, really exciting fight. There's nobody going to take backward steps. Lazcano is, you know, he's only 1.5 inches taller than Ricky Hatton, but he's got a massive 7-inch reach advantage, and look at him, he's a freak, and he throws a very, very good right hand. Very powerful, very quick. Mayweather had some success with the right hand. Look at that, very sharp. So it'll be the punch that Hatton certainly has to look out for. And he's just a typical Mexican fighter. You know, he's got Mexican heritage, and he's going to come forward non-stop. Takes a good shot himself. He's been over on the floor 3 times, but always got up. And it'll be a really tough fight for Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton fights like a Mexican. Do you spot anything that could be to his advantage there?
Well, he's not the fastest of fighters. He's got a quick right hand, a very accurate right hand, but he's not overall a fast combination. So that is where Hatton would have the edge in speed. But Hatton can box too. I'd like to see him box a bit more, you know.
Seen his aggression there exactly, as well. The referee having to step in.
Exactly right. And you know, these guys don't mess about. He's rough, and he'll mix it up with Hatton at the best.
Well, for Ricky.